Good morning. A pretty start to our day today. We've got that lovely sunrise getting going here this morning with a nice view of it. Clear skies in our northeastern view on our Storm Team Skycam network. And again, some pretty colors to start off the day. But we do have more storm chances on the way. That just seems to be the forecast lately, is that we'll have some nice weather for part of the day and other parts of the day dealing with stormy conditions somewhere in the valley. We're looking at temperatures right now, 50s to some 60s. It's 63 degrees in Fargo, 58 in Grand Forks. It's 69 in Devil's Lake. That's one of the warm spots. 52 in Bemidji, a little cooler there. We've got lighter wind, calm conditions actually down to the south and east, and wind speeds that if we do have some, it's out of the south generally, and that's going to warm us up a little bit here today. So checking out your visibility, we've got great reports almost everywhere. The one exception, Oaks, where we're at a quarter of a mile. So some dense fog down in the Oaks area, down into Dickey County. And your radar and satellite map looking a little quieter after some storms that were approaching earlier this morning did produce some lightning and some heavier rain up in places like Towner County. They really are falling apart. The one exception is that storm south of Minot that we're going to keep an eye on. But overall, the trend for this round of rain will be for it to wind down and fall apart here today. And you can see some of that rain over in Pembina County. A couple of returns showing up in northeastern North Dakota, and then back down toward Benson County, the Maddock area, seeing a little bit of light rain as well. And that's about it for now. But eventually we'll see our chances for rain and thunder increase as we head back into the afternoon today. So here's a look at that hour by hour planner here. We've got some quieter weather to start. In a couple of hours, most of those showers will be done, but you could still see a small potential for a little rain up along the border. And then heading into the later morning and into the early afternoon, we enjoy some sunshine. Temperatures on the rise into the upper 70s to around 80 degrees at lunch. And then into the afternoon, mostly sunny skies. But if you're going to be out on the lake today, remember that this afternoon and evening we have the potential for rain to return. So 3 o'clock still looking somewhat quiet, but then here's that broken line of storms that starts to develop around dinner time, drive time tonight. Temperatures at that point mainly in the low to mid 80s, so a warmer day. And the potential for some of these storms to get stronger is there, especially the farther south and west you are, down into parts of southeastern North Dakota. You could see a couple of those storms ramping up on our forecast model here. Heading into this evening, we'll continue to see potential rain and thunder. This is 10 o'clock tonight. That's still lingering. And then perhaps another surge of rain and thunderstorms heading into the overnight hours and into tomorrow morning. This is 2 a.m. Still dealing with some rain and thunderstorms at that point. In fact, it may become more numerous overnight. And then this travels eastward into parts of Minnesota for tomorrow morning to start the day. So we have the threat for storms throughout the valley today. Some of us expecting the potential for some severe weather, more likely down in our southeastern part of North Dakota, stretching back through other parts of the Dakotas if you're traveling. Bismarck, the Pierre area included in this. And Jamestown, Ellendale, Fargo, back up to Cooperstown, we're all included in this as well for the potential for all modes of severe weather today. Most likely the threat will be hail and some damaging wind, but can't rule out an isolated tornado. Now heading into tomorrow, this is Wednesday morning. We're at 9 o'clock. We're looking at the potential for more isolated storms lingering to start off the day. This is noon. In between, we get a nice big break, so a couple of hours, but then here comes more isolated chances for rain and thunder. So we've been talking about that, how we'll have breaks in between, but almost each day this week, there is the potential at some point for the valley to see some storms moving through. And that's the case heading into the 4th of July too. Right now, most of our models are indicating that storms on the 4th will happen in the first half of the day, which if we're going to have that kind of weather, that's a little bit better to have it then. Most folks are getting out in the afternoon and evening for lake time or heading out to see fireworks celebrations. So I'm hoping we could keep that going. And then into Friday and Saturday, still unsettled as we head into the weekend. So a very active weather week for the week of the 4th here, and important to stay weather aware. Of course, we've got that Valley News Live weather app for you. It follows you wherever you go. You just have to select that setting. So if you're going to be out at the lake or maybe you're traveling too, you can get those alerts where you happen to be.
And real handy if you don't happen to have a TV at the cabin.
Exactly. And I know a lot of folks don't. You want to get away from all of that, right?
Yep.
Well, this is a way to at least keep that communication with weather going.
All right. Sounds good. Thank you, Lisa. Stick around. We're heading out to Moorhead to talk to a local group that's connecting recreational sports to those with mobility challenges. The details coming up.